I was wondering if Manfred and I were actually crazy for doing this. Did we just ditch a perfectly good and healthy life here to go 2,100 kilometers away into the wilderness? Looking back, I've done some pretty drastic things in life. Some would say that undertaking is a little bit crazy. Life really took a drastic turn when I let this guy named Mooch into my life. A hardworking guy who paid a lot of attention to me and took me places I'd never been before. And my friends thought I'd really gone crazy when I let this guy talk me into buying an old abandoned house with him. We not only bought that house and embraced it, but we made it our home. We settled in nicely and things got comfortable, so we shook things up a little and we grew our little family. My friends for sure thought I had absolutely gone off my rocker crazy. We left our jobs, steady income, to start our own businesses from home. Now that was really crazy. Then we spent a crazy amount of money renovating and fixing up our old property and putting a lot of love and attention into the walls, foot by foot, square inch by square inch. Are we really crazy to leave this beautiful property that we love so much? You know what? We might just be. But it helps me to remember all of the crazy things that I have done in my life, even in just the last 3 years where I said to myself, I am absolutely crazy for doing this. So if being crazy means living life to the absolute fullest and embracing dreams and just going for it, then Manfred and I are the absolute craziest. In fact, I don't even think you've seen the full crazy yet. So stay tuned. We are officially into the end stages of our final packing phase for our big move to Cape Breton Island. And we have taken things all out of the pantry. We're going through sort of the nitty-gritty of the cupboards. I wanted to make sure that we had a little bit of a pantry to start up with out there, things like spices and noodles, pasta, I have a couple jars of my mom's pickled asparagus, and there's some Jello and baking goods. So I wanted us to have a little bit to start off with, but we're going somewhere where there's grocery stores. I mean, we have access to food. But to start off with, it'd be nice to have a little bit so we don't have to rush around. This is the last room in the house that really needed to be packed, and that's everything in the filing cabinet, all of our office things, you know, just the nitty-gritty things that we couldn't pack any sooner, really. And we only have a few more weeks to go. I'm going away next week for a few days with my sisters, so I wanted to make sure that I had this kind of all ready to go before that trip, so I could just enjoy that time with my sister and not worry about the things that need to be done when I get back. I went around the house and I collected all of the backpacks that we own, suitcases, baskets, items that we can use to fill with like shoes and clothes, and just use what we have. And backpacks will be very handy to have out in Cape Breton Island also. So the thing is, we have our trailer on the island, we have our tent trailer on the island, our barbecue is on the island, and we have a storage unit full of our home goods. Basically 2 loads we took out there already, and we went through the house, collected all the change that we had. There's like $300 in change laying around the house. I urge you all to gather up any loose change you have laying around and roll it up. You'd be surprised how much you get off that. The good thing about still owning this property here in Ontario is that we can keep some items back. We do have some furniture we'd like to bring out to our new property, but we don't have a house there yet to put it in. And our storage unit is full right now. So until we get out there and settled, Manfred will be coming back in August to pick up the last of our furniture. And in the meantime, the boxes and little nitty-gritty kitchen items, things we can use right away out there, will all fit in our boat. And we will just haul the boat out with the rest of our stuff that way. And the quad, the ATV, will sit in the back of the pickup truck. And that's it. That's our final load right here. My car will be a car camper, and that will bring out the animals. So we're right to the final stages, my friends. On the count of 3, I'm going to take a photo on 3. Do a goofy face.
Oh, I don't like doing goofy.
No, not yet. When I say 3.
I don't want to do goofy. Then.
Don't do it now. Don't do it yet. I'm not ready.
I'm not doing it yet.
Okay, ready? 1.
I'm not doing goofy.
Ready? 1. Don't do it yet. 2. I said don't do it yet. Don't do the goofy.
Okay, we're done.
Obviously I'm running a bit wide. Be brave, we don't need far too much. Just stay brave beside me. Happy days running.
This dresser belonged to my mother, so in August, Manfred is going to come and pick that item up. This is basically my life out of a suitcase now. That's items for the animals, an extra blanket. I also have my ukulele there and my grooming supplies, grooming items. So there you have it, my life in a suitcase. The office is officially cleaned out. We'll be back in August for that desk and that filing cabinet, but not those 2 chairs. That desk actually used to be my grandmother's. It's where she had her sewing machine. And I think I can show you a little bit of this upstairs. It was like our loft bedroom. My stepdaughter has started moving her things up there. So stuff that's in there is hers, and we're done with this room now. Other items will be back for this Victrola. That was my great-grandmother's, I believe. And downstairs there's a couple boxes here that belong to my daughter for her art supplies. This cedar chest will be back for in August, and that rocking chair. And look who I caught vacuuming. Dad put her to work. These are items that will be going into my car camper. I collected some more things. And that's it. Our packing phase is pretty well finished. It's just the nitty-gritty last-minute items that we have to worry about now. Manfred's nephew is getting married in August, and so he will be driving back to Ontario at that time, and I'm kind of grateful for that because that means we can come back and I'm staying on the island with our daughter and animals, but Manfred will come back and while he's here pick up any remaining items that we have left behind. So I'm also grateful that my stepdaughter has moved into our place, because any items that we don't want, not that we don't want, but that we don't need, we can gift to her. So it's like handing down items and keeping them in the family. We have a kitchen table that we gifted to her, a couple of beds, a few dressers and nightstands. So not to mention our beautiful home in Ontario that I'm also very grateful that we still own, because I think a little piece of me will always sort of be here. You know, I absolutely love Ontario. I'm going to miss it, but I am so excited for the next chapter.